right, hello everyone. This is suite 1422, that's room 22 on the 14th floor of the Encore Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada. And I know I usually do music-backed hotel walkthrough videos, but I want to do something a little bit different today, given that this is, I think, the third time I've stayed in this particular hotel. And I wanted to do a live impromptu narrated tour of this room. So this is, as I mentioned, the Encore Hotel, which is it's an all-suite property that is the sister hotel to Wynn Las Vegas. Both resorts are run by Wynn Resorts, which is a publicly traded company of which Steve Wynn was formerly the majority stakeholder until recently, when some unfortunate allegations surfaced. But this hotel was constructed, I believe, in 2006. It opened in December of 2008. It has just over 2,000 rooms, and this is a standard strip view / pool view suite, 740 square feet. And I suppose we should start back here at the entryway. You may have noticed I used this silver key card for entry. This doubles as the Players Club card that one can insert in machines in the casino to accumulate points. There is a touch panel that toggles between the privacy light and the service light on the exterior of the room, and a couple of different settings for the lights. Entering the bathroom here, we have a walk-in glass shower and a relatively, I think, small and somewhat shallow tub, and it doesn't have the jet, so it's not a jacuzzi. But nonetheless, it's nice to have a separate shower and bath, and some very interesting artwork on the wall. And then you have dual sinks and a lit vanity mirror. I believe that all of the bath amenities are unbranded except for the fact that they say Wynn. We have some body lotion, a shower cap, some Q-tips that are labeled cotton swabs, and then we have cotton balls with an emery board and a shoe shine kit here. And you also have a television set here recessed into the wall. I did not locate the remote control, so I'm assuming that it is inoperable. I've noticed that was the case, I believe, with the televisions it was either the Venetian or the Mandarin Oriental or one of the other properties. I think that now that iPads are ubiquitous, there's really no longer a need to have television sets built into mirrors or other parts of the bathroom. You have a separate water closet here with a telephone that I assume is operable, and then you have his and hers bathrobes. All right, let's exit the bathroom. More touch panel lighting controls. And then you have, just to the right as you enter, before you get to the bedroom, you have the closet, and ample space here to store clothes, plenty of hangers, and a relatively shallow safe here that sort of, you'd have to lay your laptop or your iPad upright, but it would probably fit. And you can either enter a 4 to 6 digit code or swipe your credit card. And you also have drawer space and some additional bedding and an ironing board with iron. All right, let's close that and enter the bedroom. The bed, I believe, is a pillow top king mattress. I think they call this the Wynn Dream bed. And on each side, there's one of these ports for USB charging. And then there's also a panel here through which one can control pretty much everything in the room. You've got your lights, and what I like about this panel is that it is extremely responsive. You've got temperature controls. I can lower the set point here to 68 degrees, change the fan speed. I can set my clock, set my alarm, change my language if I so choose, and control the drapes. And perhaps we'll open those in a couple of minutes. But before we do that, let's take a look at the rest of the bedroom. Well, you have a television set here, and we'll see one of the features of that television set in a moment is that it swivels so that it's visible in the living room adjoining the bedroom. But of course we have ample drawer space as well, and I've already stored some things there. Plenty of channels with our remote control. More themed artwork on the wall here, and inside of this little chest here is the ice bucket, wine glasses, and tumblers, as well as our mini bar, mini fridge. And we see, I would say, some more premium-ish alcoholic beverages than what you would find in a typical mini bar selection. So we have Bombay Sapphire, gin, Kettle One vodka, another type of Kettle One vodka, Hennessy, Jack Daniels, Jägermeister, Glenlivet Scotch, and Bacardi. Selection of beer and soft drinks, Red Bull, Grey Goose vodka, Moet and Chandon, genuine French champagne, and even Patron Silver, and then some more beer and bottled water. Now, both in the mini bar and here in the, I guess you call this a snack bar, if you lift one of these items to inspect the nutritional information, after 30 seconds, you are charged. And of course, if you put any of your own items in the fridge, then you're charged a $25 restocking fee. But there's quite a selection of snacks. I'm sure they're all ridiculously overpriced. And in addition to the snacks, you have a smartphone charger that you can purchase, as well as an intimacy kit, which is very common in Las Vegas hotel rooms. Let's go ahead and enter the living room. You have a desk here, as well as L-shaped couch with leather ottoman, and then a stand with a lamp. And as I mentioned before, this television set, it's a 55-inch 4K HD TV, and it swivels so that now it can face either the desk or, as I've positioned it, so that the folks on the couch can view it. If we turn our attention here quickly to the desk, there's an advertisement for a restaurant called Jardin, which is actually a casual restaurant, although it may not appear so in the picture, that offers poolside dining down at the Encore pool. Of course, you have stationery and an express checkout slip here in the top drawer, and preset options to call any number of services, including the front desk and the concierge. Well, let's take a brief look at, let's start with the services book, welcoming you to Wynn. We'll just look at some dining options here. So Cosa di Mare is a seafood-centric Italian restaurant. You've got lakeside dining at a number of these restaurants. SW Steakhouse was Steve Wynn's personal creation. Wing Lei is a Michelin star quality Chinese restaurant. And then moving on to casual dining, there's the Wynn Buffet. There's a wine bar called La Cave. And then moving on to Encore, you have Andrea's, an Italian restaurant called Sinatra. As I mentioned, Jardin. And show-wise, I'm actually going to see Le Rêve while I'm here, which is a Cirque du Soleil-like production, but it's actually not Cirque du Soleil. There's some beach clubs and nightclubs, and of course you have your spa and salon. And the Wynn Esplanade contains all sorts of luxury shopping destinations. But let's also check out the room service menu. Alright, so we have breakfast. Let's switch directly to all-day dining, which is going to be our lunch and dinner entrees, cold appetizers, hot appetizers. Let's get to the main event here, our entrees. Alright, so this gives you an idea of the sorts of things that you would want to order for dinner. Several cuts of steak, lobster, sides, and Wynn also has a dedicated Asian menu and desserts. And perhaps we'll switch next to alcoholic beverages. So we have some cocktails, and let's take a look. We have wines by the glass, full bottles of wine. Let's look at our champagne selection. So some outrageously priced premium champagnes, Dom Perignon and Krug, and then some still wines. And let's take a look at the spirit options. They have some Johnny Walker Blue Label Scotch, Macallan 18-year single malt Scotch, premium tequilas, Hennessy Paradis Cognac, and that does it for room service. Alright, let's say we open the drapes here. So go to drapes, I'm going to say open the shears, open the drapes. Alright. And let there be light. So this is essentially a panoramic view looking south towards the sister property, the Wynn. You can also see Sheldon Adelson's property, the Palazzo and the Venetian, and you can also see in the distance the just rising above the facade of the Venetian. You can see a tower from the Bellagio, and you can see Caesar's Palace sort of in the foreground, as well as off to the right. The Mirage, some off-strip properties like the Palms, and there is the Trump Hotel, which, as you can see, is quite a bit off the strip. It's actually across a vacant dirt lot, not an extremely popular option for visitors. It was not intended to be a hotel originally. That's real gold glass, though, I'm told. But it was actually supposed to be a condo property, but it was built just before the real estate bust, and it was very difficult to find tenants at that point when it was when construction was completed, and therefore it had to be converted hastily into a hotel. We're high enough here in the 14th floor to also have a decent view of McCarran International Airport and the operations there, as well as the monorail. Now this being a 5-diamond, resort property, the pool and other amenities like the fitness center are especially nice. This isn't the largest pool I've ever seen at a Vegas resort, like you may see at Mandalay Bay or perhaps Mirage or the Bellagio, but it is extremely high quality. And then I believe over here is the day club, which is in full swing. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this brief narrated tour, and you can check out any number of my other hotel walkthroughs, particularly those involving Las Vegas properties.